Hi guys, thought we could do a little mini reading group today, and we'll start with our sound work. And since I won't be able to hear you when you respond, I'll just take a little pause and then I will give the answer. All right, so let's get started. For the first one, I'm going to say 3 words, and I want you to listen to the ending sound of these words. They will all have the same ending sound, and I want you to just say that last sound that you hear. So if I say the words live, stove, brave, what sound do you hear at the end of those 3 words? Did you say v? Very good. Give yourself a pat on the back. All right, next one, our next group. Stack, break, cake. What sound did you hear at the end of those? Stack, break, cake. Did you say k? I bet you did. Let's try the next one. Lied, braid, bread. What sound did you hear? D. Very nice. Next one is main, brain, clean. Bribe, globe, cube. B. Freeze, sneeze, size. Z. Slice, ace, mess. S. And the last one, for the last group, breaks, stakes, wax. X. Great. So now I'm going to say a word, and I want you to break that word down into the sounds that you hear in the word. So if I say the word tray, you'll say t, a, and you can use your fingers. That helps a lot. So usually when we're reading, we're putting our sounds together to make words, but right now we're playing with them and we're taking them apart. So if I say the word prom, let's try that one together. Prom. P, prom. Excellent. Let's try the word dreamy. Try that one on your own. Dreamy. D, e, e. Dreamy actually has 5 sounds, doesn't it? It's made up of 5 sounds. Let's try the word grin. G, I, n. Did you hear 4 sounds? Very nice. Let's try the word creep. You try it. K, e, p. Creep. Let's try the word try. T, I. Try. Let's do one last word. Let's try the word free. You try it. Free. All right, for our last sound exercise today, we're going to do some changing of sounds, so substituting of sounds. So if I say a word like flack, and then I ask you to take the full sound away and add burr to the beginning, or sorry, tur. Let's try that one more time. So I'll say flack, and then I'll say take away the full and add a tur. What would you have? What word would that make? Did you say track? Very good. This is a little tricky. Let's try a couple more. So, say the word slice. Take the sul away and add a purr. Did you make the word price? Good job. Let's try another one. Say the word slap. Take the sul away and add a tur. Did you make the word trap? Very nice. Let's do 2 more. Say the word brain. Take the burr away and add a gur. Grain. Excellent. Let's do one last one. How about the word flow? Take the full away and add a cur. Crow. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. Let's move on to our story for today. We don't all have this book in front of us to read, so I'm going to read it for you and then ask you some questions, and then we'll do a little bit of word work. So this story is called Hungry Harry by Joanne Partis. Hungry Harry. So before we start, let's just take a quick picture walk like we usually do. We know from the title that it's probably about a frog named Harry, and he's going to be hungry. And even if I didn't know that, I see some clues here. His tongue is out, he's looking at this dragonfly, and I know from my schema that frogs like to eat insects, so that's probably what he's thinking about. Here he is. This is probably the setting of the story, a pond where Harry lives and its surroundings. Hungry Harry. Let me get a little closer to the camera. Harry Frog was feeling hungry. "What's for dinner?" he asked his mom. "Well, I think you're old enough to look for your own food now," said Mommy Frog. "Terrific," cried Harry, and off he leaped across the lily pond. So he was excited about finding his own food. Have you been getting your own meals while you've been at home? Have you been helping out Mom that way? Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, and aunts and uncles? Till he came to some tall reeds. "There's sure to be something tasty in here," said Harry, licking his lips. Sure enough, there was a delicious looking dragonfly. Harry was just about to jump when... the dragonfly flew off high into the air. "You can't eat me," she called. "I'm much too quick for you." Harry was wondering what to do next when suddenly he saw... What do you think he's going to see? He's looking up into the air, so that's making me think predict that it's going to be something that flies, like the dragonfly. Or maybe he's just looking at the dragonfly still. A big, juicy caterpillar on a twig above him. "Goody, goody, dinner at last," cried Harry. But when he flicked out his long tongue to catch it, The caterpillar laughed. "You can't eat me," she said. "My hairs would tickle your tongue." "Never mind, I'll find something soon," said Harry. He bounced on until he met a scrumptious-looking snail crawling towards him. "Yummy, yummy," said Harry, but when he reached it, what do you think Snail's going to say? The snail's head suddenly disappeared. "You can't eat me," said the snail from inside its shell. "I'm much too clever." Harry was getting hungrier and hungrier. He was just about to give up and go home to his mom when he spotted... There's that snail hiding in his shell. A squirmy worm wriggling along. "Now's my chance," cried Harry. But just as he was about to catch the worm in his big, wide mouth, it slithered down a wormhole. "You can't eat me," shouted the worm. "I'm too squiggly and squirmy." Harry felt very fed up. He would go home to his mom, but just as he turned to hop back, he saw something he'd never seen before. I wonder what he's going to see. It didn't look too quick. It didn't look too tickly. It didn't look too clever, and it didn't look too squiggly and squirmy. In fact, it looked absolutely delicious. And what was more, there was enough for everyone. It looks like they decided to have a picnic. That's something that you could do even at your house. You could just put a blanket down on the carpet and have a fun picnic. The end. I'm sorry, I said we were going to do a picture walk and then I just started reading it, didn't I? But I'm kind of glad I did because I wouldn't want us to see that last picture and know what happened ahead of time. All right, so we could do a quick retell of that story. This book is about a frog named Harry. The setting is his pond. And what happened in the beginning, middle, and end? In the beginning, Mom said, It's time for you to find your own dinner. In the middle, Harry really tried to do that, but all of his dinner meals outsmarted him. And at the end, he had what do you think? Do you remember? A picnic with all of his friends. A delicious picnic. All right. In this story, I put a little marker because I saw that there is a special word on this page. Might be hard for you to see. Right here is the word something. And something is a compound word. We talked about that a little bit, and I bet you've talked about that in your classes. But I thought we could take some time and talk about compound words. Compound words are words that are made up of two other words, two base words. So, let's see if I can do this like this. In the word something, we can see that it's made up of two words that were put together. So I'm putting a line there to show where to break it apart, and over here we can write those two words. Some plus the word thing makes the word something. So we call these base words. And this is the compound word. So why don't you go see if you can find a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, and I'll wait for a minute. Or you can just pause this video and come back to it when you're ready. And I'd like you to try to come up with one or two words that are compound words, words that where two words have been put together to make a new word. So I'm going to do one that I thought of because of that story. I thought of the word dragonfly. That was another one in there. So dragonfly is the word, the compound word. And where would I need to split that apart if I wanted to see which two words make up dragonfly? Did you say right here? So the words dragon and fly put together make the word dragonfly. All right. What words did you come up with? I wish I could hear you and see you, but I'm going to imagine that maybe you said the word butterfly because you saw dragonfly and you thought, oh, butterfly is also a compound word. Butterfly. Oops, butter and fly together make the word butterfly. All right, let's do one last compound word for today. And you can keep going and see how many you can come up with, and then you can journal to me online and write them all out, or even just tell me, oh, I came up with 10 compound words or 5. This was a cool word, race car. Race plus car makes the word race car. And the word race car has another really cool thing about it. It's one of the words that is spelled backwards and forwards. It spells the same word. So if I go backwards, like R-A-C-E-C-A-R, it's the same word. And there's a special name for that. I want to see if you can come up with that. What is that? What do we call a word that's backwards and forwards? It spells the same word. I'm going to see if somebody can figure that out, find that out, and write it to me in your next journal entry. And I'll try to come up with some way to give you a prize or an award for that. Okay? So here are our compound words for today. Something, dragonfly, butterfly, and race car. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.